How I Paint by Boyd Campbell.
Boyd, what's the most sensual song you know? I like When a Man Loves a Woman, but some people say Bolero.
Both are wrong. The very best song for the act itself is Kashmir by Led Zeppelin.
I don't know if I know that one.
Yes, you do.
Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face, the stars to fill my dreams. I am a traveler of both time and space, to be where I have been, to sit with elders of the generation this world has seldom seen. They talk of days for which they sit and wait, all will be revealed.
I could paint before I could write. Dyslexia meant I needed help writing. Painting and drawing I took to organically, though I've had loving guidance along the way. A friend asked if she could watch me paint. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Nobody has ever asked before. I don't know that I'd let anybody else, but she holds a pretty unique place in the story of Boyd, starting in the 2nd grade. As the process went along, she said, "You should write about this." Oh boy, that's a little intimidating. What actually goes on in my head is pretty personal and pretty intense. "Do it," she says. Again, I don't think I would for anybody else. If I do this, you have to swear to me you won't draw any inference about her or what I think about her from this point forward. She's my friend. She's a lady. I've never touched her. I don't know that I would. As I said, she holds a unique place in the story of Boyd. I could tell you about my process, and if you paint, you might find it interesting, usually as it compares to how you paint. If you don't paint, most people don't, then the only way I can really make you understand is by using a writer's trick we call metaphor. I love creating more than almost anything. Let's use love as a metaphor, love as a feeling, love as a motivation, and love as an act. From this point forward, if you're under 18, please go to another room. This is a conversation for adults.
An act? What do you have in mind, Mr. Campbell?
I will be a gentleman and do my best not to embarrass my readers. It might embarrass me, though. Vulnerability is the key to art. A painting starts as an idea, sometimes just a glimmer. I haven't seen my lady fair in a few weeks. For this particular painting, doom scrolling through Instagram, I subscribed to a lot of photographers. One posted a photo from a fashion shoot. It reminded me of the statue of the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen Harbor. Published in 1837, Hans Christian Andersen retells an ancient fairy tale about a mermaid. It's a lot closer to Orpheus and Eurydice than what Disney produced. Hey, they have farm-raised oysters at Walker's Drive-In this Thursday night. A bottle of wine, a loaf of bread, a song in my heart, and you?
I don't know, Mr. Campbell. I haven't seen you in a month.
I've been working. I don't have to see you to think about you.
I know you're lying, but I like wine and I like oysters.
She says. Once I have an idea, I gather reference photos. Sometimes this process is called the morgue. It reminds me of Frankenstein, a photo of an arm, a sketch of a hand, botanical drawings that might be useful in the background. I used to make a palette with colored pencils. It's mostly on the computer now. Shall I order wine, white or red?
Red reminds me of that night in New Orleans.
It reminds me of the blood of the lamb.
Red it is.
She says. Under no light at all except the stars and a neon sign, I study her hair, her freshly painted nails, her dress. We've never crossed the Rubicon before. I have a pretty good idea what's under the cotton print, but no proof. I love this song.
You've said that about 10 songs that I know of.
This time I mean it.
I'm sure you do. What exactly is it you have in mind, Mr. Campbell?
You're pretty much my favorite. I'd like to know more about what that means. She takes a sip. Her eyes lock with mine.
What do you think it means?
Starting with a clean paper or canvas, I make a sketch. The first hint of commitment. Sometimes I use a camera lucida. It's a fairly ancient drawing tool where mirrors and prisms project the image you're trying to capture onto the canvas so you can see both your model and a ghost image of your hand. You can use this to make really accurate contour drawings. It's useless for color and shading, but as the contour helps give the painting its concept, this is an important step. Some people think a camera lucida is cheating. Some people think buying a lady wine is cheating. I do my best to trust the process. Pencil to paper, a mark, a beginning. Tabula rasa is destroyed. If I don't finish now, this $5 sheet of cold-pressed paper is garbage. More marks, a shape, an idea. I think it means you fascinate me. You have for a while. Your mind, your eyes, your heart, the way you help that little girl get a drink of water, the books you read, the songs you hum when you think nobody is looking. I try to be a gentleman about these things, but you move something within me. Her foot brushes against mine.
Pretty words, Mr. Shakespeare. Do you mean them?
I do. Dinner is paid for. A walk in the moonlight, holding hands. The contour becomes a drawing. Some people don't mix line with watercolor, but I like to. It reminds me of my comic book obsession as a child. During the golden and silver age of comics, they would break the process down into 4 parts: pencils, inks, letters, and color. Often these are all done by different people. I use waterproof ink. When this dries, I erase the pencils. Then I use a brush or a spray bottle to wet the cold-pressed paper, priming it to receive paint. Another glass of wine, maybe brandy and Benedictine. A carefully cultivated playlist floats from my speakers. With Spotify, playlists are so easy now. Knowing what I know about her, I've chosen particular songs. A kiss. The paper is wet. A longer kiss, her mouth opens, my hands on her body, I taste her neck.
Turn out the lights.
Why?
I'm shy.
She says. You are absolutely not shy, I say.
Right now, I am.
In the dark, my hands find buttons, hooks, snaps. My brush dips in water, paint light to dark. It's a practical measure. On my palette are 4 dried daubs of Winsor & Newton watercolor yellow. One is too lemony. One is too warm. My wet brush fondles the right spot of paint, collecting the expensive English pigment on my brush. A woman's areola is usually a similar color to her lips.
What does that mean?
She asks. It means I'm not surprised, I say. A small bite. She makes a sound. A dress falls to the floor. Winsor & Newton makes 108 colors. Highly pigmented, they're not the most expensive watercolors, but they can be dear. They have more than one grade, each more pigmented than the previous. I use a palette of 15 to 18 colors, blending and glazing to get the exact shade I want. Blending is when you mix 2 wet colors. Glazing is when you let them dry in between. They make very different shades. At this point, the process is almost mindless. All intuition. There are 14 brushes in my kit. I've laid out the 4 I want to use. Each is wet. Paper towels help me maintain the wetness at the paper intensity. She remains on the sofa. I drop to my knees below.
Don't,
she whispers. Trust me, I reply, kissing the softness between her thighs.
Don't change. Don't hurt me.
She sighs. I'll do my best. There is no science to this part. There are layers, brushes, degrees of wetness, intensity, pressure, the lightest of light touches. I move the canvas clockwise to get a better angle. Her hands on my head. I push soft hairs aside. Her nails take purchase in my neck.
Boyd, please.
The paper towel is many colors now. Time is gone. It never existed. I feel a foot over my shoulder. The end is coming. I can sense it. The giver never knows exactly when the end will happen. He has to keep moving and changing brushes, more paint, more water. Moments, you blow on the wet paint to dry it. Colors build on colors, light and dark, and value, volume, love, fate, life, death, hope, intensity, a moment, a moment, a moment. Is it done? Is it? Is it? She says my name.
Boyd.
Exhales, relaxes, in the dark. It is finished. My eyes adjust to the darkness. Stars shine through the window. I see her breathing, spent. She trusted me. Knowing when a painting is done is a trick. The trick is that if you keep going, you'll ruin it. The same is true with women. If you keep going, you'll annoy them. At this point, the paint doesn't dry, it cures. It's a chemical process. The molecules and particles of pigment recrystallize and settle into place. I like to wait a good 24 hours before spraying a fixative to protect it. I realize it was something of a risk to write this story this way. To be any good, painting has to be a particularly intense and particularly personal experience. I can't really think of a more intense and personal experience. Hopefully, I didn't offend anybody.
Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face, the stars to fill my dreams. I am a traveler of both time and space, to be where I have been, to sit with elders of a generation this world has seldom seen. They talk of days for which they sit and wait, all will be revealed.
The Life of Boyd is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber.
Oh yeah. Hey, don't forget to wash your brushes.